Good Friday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday's market wrap-up here at Top Gun Options. And man, what an interesting week it has been, from potential war in the Middle East to a Fed meeting that was really nothing. Well, it was a lot, but net, it was nothing. Real quick, looking at some very profitable trades. We have our Amazon bear call spread that we placed Monday. It's up, going to close in a little bit here for a profit of $1,600 since Monday afternoon, along with our XLY spread that is about $3,000. That's $4,500 this week, folks, in our solo Amazon service. 2 shots, 2 kills. I think we're just about full. I did a brief after the close on Wednesday and opened up new memberships. If you missed that, you can watch the replay on the Top Gun Options YouTube page. It's right here. It's called Trading the Death Star, Solo Amazon. And if you're ready for only $97, folks, $97. 2 trades this week for $4,500. We had 2 trades the previous week for $4,400, man. We are absolutely lighting the world on fire in our solo Amazon service. All you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo. $97 a month. Went out on a date night last night with my daughter Keely. That's more than I spent on dinner with my daughter, folks. I'm sorry, less, obviously less. Hell, I got myself a bottle of wine, and it was more than that. $897 for a year. That's a 25% discount. And check this out. I'll even throw in the manuals, our primary, intermediate, and advanced proprietary training manuals. Those are $197 if you bought them individually on our homepage. So getting $197 worth of workbooks for $97 and access to our solo Amazon service. Like I said, $1,500 right there, about $3,000 right there with our XLY trade. Having a blast. We do a solo Amazon brief every Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo to get airborne. Okay, let's wrap up the week here. Man, what an absolute clown car out of the administration. Last weekend, locked and loaded. We're ready to go. Mr. Tough Guy there. And then he punted, right? Punted again with Iranian aggression, shooting down one of our drones, seizing British tankers, and they couldn't do anything about it, and now attacking the world's energy infrastructure. I get it was an attack on Saudi Arabia, folks, but as Secretary of State Pompeo said, it's an attack on the world, folks. This is Iran lashing out, and it's not good. And the president's just kind of sitting here fumbling around here, thinking that he's looking strong. He might be staring in the mirror. You don't look strong to Iran when you do this. You actually look weak, and it makes conflict more likely. So he's, for a guy that can't stand the UN, wanted it disbanded, wanted it booted out of New York, he's going to the UN, right? Oh, I like coalitions. Now you like coalitions? I thought you were a nationalist and American first guy. China. We had some dudes and ladies fly over here and talk, and what happened? Nothing. They haven't even, it's all, it's 1:14 Friday afternoon, and we still haven't heard anything out of the trade talks. The only thing we've heard out of the trade talks was Ambassador Lighthizer said what? Tariffs could go to 100. I waited to do the Friday market wrap up a little bit because I wanted to watch the president's press conference with the Australian Prime Minister, and he shot down again. He said no interim deal, no incremental deal. Yay, they're going to go maybe visit some farms and talk to our farmers. That ain't enough, man. He wants a big comprehensive deal. And, he said publicly just now that, I don't need it before the election. I could care less. He obviously does. He said, if we get it before the election, great, everything's awesome. If not, then, whatever. But here's not good, right? And now the Dow's starting to roll over, and the market's rolling over even harder as I'm speaking, which is fantastic because I have a ton of bearish trades on that are going to go through the finish line today with max profit. Look at that. Oh, boom. Man, hold on. Let me, what the heck's going on here? Dow just imploded triple digits, and the S&P just imploded down 15. Whoa. Something's going on. All right, well, let me wrap this up so I can get back to trading. Hong Kong protests, they haven't stopped. There's still an issue there. And, the the fracas, if I could say, in the Arabian Gulf and Saudi Arabia versus Iran really super impacts China. China is a net importer of oil. They don't want this. They don't want Saudi Arabia oil fields blown up, and they don't want Iranian oil fields blown up because it's going to impact their economy even better. All right, let's get to the Fed. Since it looks like Trump's punting and kissing Iran's ass, and the trade talks are doing nothing, let's talk about the Fed. The Fed meeting Wednesday was a non-event. It was exactly like the last Fed meeting, with the Jerome Powell telling us how great everything is, followed by, but he's cutting interest rates. Okay, we got a quarter point cut. We had 10 dissenters. There's 17 governors. 10 of them said either no. Well, who was it? What's his name? Bullard wanted a half a point, but he's the exception. Most of the governors, folks, do not think we should be cutting interest rates. You guys know my opinion by now. I think we should be raising interest rates. The economy is doing fantastic. Listen to the guys. Look at the data. Rosengren today, one of the Fed governors, he's the Boston dude. Rosengren says the U.S. has survived the trade war and doesn't need rate cuts. So Jerome Powell publicly on Wednesday saying, well, he mentioned the trade war, 20 times. He brought up the trade war 20 times, right? Fed chairman mentioned trade 20 times at his news conference on Wednesday. Kind of a subtle message to the president that, hey, man, which is funny because what happened last time? Right here, ladies and gentlemen, there's the Fed meeting, 25 points. Everything's great, but I'm still cutting because I'm worried about the trade war. What did Trump do within 24 hours? Not even 24 hours. It was like 18 hours later. He said, oh, yeah? You having problems with the trade war is going to get you to cut rates? Well, suck on this, Jerome. Twitter. Boom, more tariffs, 100%, bam. This was a broadside to China, and then look what happened. And we had a phenomenal August. This was the best month of trading in my 27 years of investing, man. This was fantastic. This was a target-rich environment for options traders, but he did nothing. Bloomberg calls him the artful dodger, Jerome Powell. And the Wall Street Journal, same thing. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell masters the art of saying nothing. Well, that's kind of not a compliment. But, Wiz, why did, initially we went down 200 points. I was like, fantastic. As I predicted, the market was going to go down and the Fed was going to disappoint. Why do we end up going up, Wiz? This was a throwaway sentence towards the end, but guess what? Every moron in the market latched onto this one as good. It is certainly possible that we'll need to resume the organic growth of the balance sheet sooner than we expected. Translation for political science majors and Marines, QE. Trump's been pounding him, right, to cut interest rates. Not only cut interest rates, start doing some QE like you guys did under Barack Hussein Obama. Start pumping more money into this market, baby. Stock market would go up. Everything would be great. But this is why it went up, folks. And the Fed announcing that they're going to do QE is not bullish. It might be a little bit bullish for equities and people who trade. It's not bullish for us. Because remember, if the Fed's going to cut interest rates further and start pumping money into the market, they see bad. There's bad going on if the Fed's doing that, folks. That's not a good thing. So this cut this week was exactly that. It was a hawkish cut. Does that make sense? Obviously, usually, if you're dovish, no, it was a hawkish cut. Everything's great, but I'm still going to cut. And looking at at what's going on in the repo market this week, I think 3 or 4 times the Federal Reserve Bank of New York had to step in and kind of tamp down overnight funding, man, which very, very interesting. But we had solid data this week: existing home sales, new home sales, housing starts, fastest rate in over 2 years. The things are good, folks. We tried to get within spitting distance of record highs on the S&P 500. Never been this high before. When we got a trade war going on, we got potential war in the Middle East, and we have a Fed that let us down. I am not. Look at this. It's kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, a quadruple top here, which is not bullish. I'm not bullish. I'm neutral to bearish. And last night in our full throttle training, we covered double verticals. Man, let's take a look at the VIX before we head out. I gotta go grab my cell phone to see what the hell is going on. I have no idea why this market imploded like this and the VIX popped that much. But thank God last night we covered double verticals, right? The VIX is up 5%, 6% as I'm talking, going up. Sweet. Look at that, man. In the blink of an eye, folks. Look at that volatility. And look at this, folks. 4%. I had 2 VXX trades on for this week. That were, the 23, 22 and a half? And people were Wednesday, Thursday saying, "Oh, they're at max loss. Should I close them?" I said, "No. Look at this, folks. It's 1:21 Friday afternoon, and look at VXX. So 2 trades that could have potentially been losing for today are now profitable. Look at that, folks. Something's going on. I got to go find out, and I'm going to go manage those trades right now. So for all my TGO members this week who said, "Hey, Wiz, should I get out of this VXX trade?" I said, "I'm not. I set these and forget these. Why? For whatever the hell's going on right now, which is freaking awesome. So I gotta go because I gotta go jump into my other portfolios where I got my bullish VXX trades on for the week. So they went from being down like $4,000 yesterday to right now they're at least at break even or profitable, and we'll see what's going on into the close here. If this market's rolling over for some trade, whatever, we're not going to rally into the close here. Let me pull up a 1-minute chart here. A little bit of a bounce, but this is something's going on. So there you go. There's the dead cat bounce. Here's a print lower. This is going to be interesting, man. So another photo finish with some of our VXX trades. All right, guys. So I got to go. I'm going to go manage those, but something's going on, and I want to go find out what it is. This is awesome. Not only do we have those profitable trades, we have Iron Condor and American Airlines, the XLY, the Amazon trades, but now we have volatility trades looking that they're going to finish potentially profitable today. Awesome. Fantastic week here at Top Gun Options. You want to join our solo service and get your foot in the door? This is our least expensive membership, $97 a month. Everything else is $167 or a lot more pricey per month. This gets you in the door to see what we do here at Top Gun Options. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo. Get on board. I'll see you Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Download your manuals, read them over the weekend, and let's dogfight this market. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see you on Monday.